to the channel. Today we're going to be examining this. This is an old garbage disposal that we pulled out of a sink of a friend's house that we know. And the complaint was that this was leaking water. And so, do you ever wonder why a garbage disposal leaks water in the first place? Well, today we're going to disassemble this garbage disposal here. And we're going to find out what happened inside there. But before we do that, if you're new to the channel here, we give you all sorts of world-class videos on how to remodel your homes, your kitchens, and your bathrooms, and how to fix all of the toughest engineering disasters around your house. And we do tool reviews as well. So if you haven't subscribed to us, this would be a perfect time to do it while it's fresh on your mind. If you want to stay up on your game and be up to date on all the latest repair methods, make sure you click that subscribe button and click on the little bell icon next to it. So let's start taking this guy apart here. Okay, so this here is an Insinkerator Badger 100 series garbage disposal. We've already replaced it with a brand new one of the same exact model number, the Badger 100 there. And this is a 1/3 horsepower garbage disposal. So the first thing we're going to do is see if we can get these screws undone here. These are the fasteners right here that go around here that fasten the top part to the bottom part. Okay, so we're going to be using an E7 bit here. So what this is, it's a female version of a Torx bit. So normally you're used to seeing the male version of Torx bits. This is the female version because the head that we have over there is a Torx head. So we're going to use this on our driver here. Okay, so we'll just come right in here and we'll loosen the first one. So we were correct in our guess. Sort of looked like an E7 to me. These are tall bolts. So we'll just go around here and we'll loosen them all. So I'm just going through here and trying to gently pry the lower section from the upper section there. They probably have it in there with a pretty good friction hold, in addition to it when it was screwed together. Okay, so there we have it. There's some of the interior parts here. Man, this thing stinks. Yeah, so if you've ever wondered what it looks like inside here, the top part of your garbage disposal basically doesn't do a whole lot. There it is right there. So the way these garbage disposals work is this big table right here, this round part, spins around at a high rate of speed, and these guys flop all over the place, and they'll just chop up all the food as it's spinning at a high rate of speed. Then what happens there is the force of it spinning there shoots all of the food and the water and everything will drain right out of here and go down. So as it's spinning, all of the food and the chunks of debris in the water and everything and the liquids will go right out this port here and down the tube, down to the P-trap and out to the drain to the sewer system. So the question is how does water get down there past it? Yeah, and take a look at this. People always say, oh, you don't need to replace the power plug, Jeff. You don't need to spend that 12 bucks. Well, sometimes when I encounter old ones like this with rust and stuff all over them, I don't want to put this back on a new one. Come on, give me a break. And besides, look at the other end of it. When I pulled it out, you can see whoever installed it originally did a bad job here because the insulation was torn and ripped before they even installed it into the clamp there. So it looks to me like they probably did a bad job stripping the insulation on this power cable before shoving it through that Romex connector there. Okay, so as you can see here, we've found the issue. We actually found two issues here that I want to direct your attention to here. I'm going to rotate this garbage disposal around here. Okay, so if you direct your attention right here, you can see right there we have a little corrosion. Well, we have a lot of rust and corrosion here, but this corrosion here finally ate through the bottom of the plate there, see? So right there, that's what's causing our leak. So as soon as the food is here, it gets all chopped up and all the water goes down in the narrow space here between this top rotating table and the housing the plastic housing, there's about 1/8 of an inch space for everything to work its way down into this lower level here, where it then floods out the side port and down. So when you have this hole right here, that means all the water that lands in here is now going to be draining down this hole and down to the base of the unit there and out the bottom. So you can see what the water did was it dripped straight down this way here. It flooded this whole area down here by the bottom plate, and you could see the evidence of all that liquid intrusion right there, and even a little bit of corrosion on the metal starting to form right here. And the water was actually working its way down out this hole where we used to have the wiring nut tightened in there, see? So it was dripping down and out and through here and out through the wiring nut there. So all of the water was just dripping down the wires. So remember what happens here and how everything lines up. This fits over here like that, right? So this port that you see, the water ejection port here, actually lines up with this space here. So once all of your food is chopped up here, it goes, like I showed you, through that 1/8 of an inch space that drops down to there. And then once the water is on and continuously running, it should flood everything out. It should flush it all out and down the tube. Okay, so by now you're probably wondering, well, what do I do to make my garbage disposal last longer? Isn't there a way to stop this rust here? Well, yeah, there's a couple of things, a couple of theories I have of what you can do here. So I think the biggest mistake in the use of a garbage disposal that I see people do is they just flip the switch on and leave it on for 2 seconds and shut it right back off again. That's not going to completely chop up all of your food. You got to turn on that garbage disposal. You got to let it run up to speed and hear it go quiet. Like it'll start off and go, and it'll get quiet after several seconds. So the only thing you should be hearing is the gentle hum of your garbage disposal. And make sure you have full cold water running in this thing here, and let that water flush it out. Give it several seconds to let the water flush it all out. That way you don't have all of these maybe parts of fruits and peels and stuff like that that might be containing all sorts of acids that will start to eat away at this bottom plate here over time. So it's just a matter of keeping it clean, and it will last longer for you. And also, many of the manufacturers will recommend to you that you take a cup full of ice every week or so and dump a cup of ice right down in here and just let it chop it up. That will help self-scour the unit and scrub off and clean off anything that's in there. It's like sandblasting it. So that will keep it clean and healthy for you as well. And sometimes you just can't fight old age. All you're doing is fighting old age from the second you install this garbage disposal. And so here's the second issue that we found here. So normally when these are put together, these are glued down here. These are glued in place all the way around with some kind of a, looks almost like a silicone or black tar or some type of adhesive that goes all the way around here that seals all the way around here. But what looks like here, it looks like we have an area where some of it has eroded away, maybe over time, maybe it just rotted away, I don't know. Maybe during manufacturing they didn't put quite enough in there. That could be another issue here too. But you can see there's not enough coverage here. So it appears to me some water could have escaped through this path here as well and gotten down through these tab holes here. There's all the way around here, and then that gets into the base as well. So the way I see it, this machine here had 2 paths for water to get through. But either way, it doesn't matter to me. No matter which failure mode you have here, either of these is the kiss of death for your unit. You just go buy a new one. I don't sit there and waste time repairing these things or ordering other parts and stuff like that. At this point in time, I just buy a new one and install it and start with everything brand new. That gives you a chance to correct stupid mistakes like what they did with this wiring here. This was really amateurish here. And this was another amateurish thing they did with the wiring here too. So it gives you an excuse to fix that. That's why I always like to buy the new wiring kit, which we show you here in our other video on how to install the garbage disposal. By the way, we just uploaded a new video last week on how to install a garbage disposal properly. And if you know anybody that's going to install one, or if you're going to install a garbage disposal yourself, do yourself a favor and go check out that video. We'll put a link to it at the end on the end screens, the thumbnails, and we'll also put a link to that video down in the video description because you do not want to miss on that one. Well, I think it was pretty cool to take this thing apart, and if you've ever wondered what it looked like inside of a garbage disposal unit here, now you know. And so I hope you found this video useful. And if you like this video so far, hey, please give us a thumbs up down below that tells us that you like us. And if you want to up your game and stay up to date with all of the latest videos that we do, tool reviews, home repairs, engineering disasters, and home remodeling around your house here, be sure to click on that subscribe button down below. And also be absolutely certain to click that little bell icon next to it, that little gray bell. Otherwise, YouTube will not alert you when we upload a video, because you want to stay up to date and you don't want to miss a single one of our videos. Thank you so much for tuning in, folks, this week, and we will see you on the next one.